Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of that deep shit where we connect the dots. And on today's episode, we're gonna break down Lovecraft Country, Season 1, Episode 7. I Am. Let's get it. Yo, so let's jump right in, man. Listen, I've been wanting to break down every episode of Lovecraft Country since it came on, but there's too much in every episode to digest and break down. But I chose this one, episode 7, because it deserved it. Not only did it deserve it, but I'm pretty sure a lot of symbolism went over a lot of people's heads. So we're going to try to catch people back up. So if you haven't checked out the series by now, it's a definite watch. Please go watch that. If you have watched the series and you haven't seen this episode, there will be spoilers. So you may want to come back to this video. Or if you just had a hard time understanding what was going on and it just seemed fucking crazy and insane, this is a video for you. All right, so let's go into it. I got 4 pages of notes in this book, in this fucking book. 4 pages of notes.
It's 30 pages of rhymes in this motherfucker.
On some fucking cannabis shit. All right. So I had to take some notes, man. So let's just get into it. So remember, this is episode 7. 7 correlates to God. So the number 7 and God has a very strong correlation. So that's going to actually come up later in this video, okay? So just stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? So it's all gonna make sense. We're gonna come back around full circle. Trust me when I tell you. All right, so the name of the episode is called I Am. And I Am is a biblical reference, right? It's from Exodus 3:14. Okay, check game. It's from Exodus 3:14, where Elohim, if you want to say God, you can, but it makes more sense in this to say Elohim, and you'll see why later in the video. Elohim tells Moses. Remember, Elohim is the word that's really in the Bible before it got translated to God. Remember, the name of the episode is I Am, number 7. 7 is God. So remember, Exodus 3:14, Elohim tells Moses, tell the Israelites that I am the I Am, and I have sent you. The name of the episode is I Am, man. That's crazy. So it's going to be referencing to God straight up, or the Elohim to be more specific. Also, what's interesting is the scripture the verse 3:14 is the exact same number as pi. Pi is the formula that you figure out a circumference of a circle, or the diameter or the perimeter of a circle. You use pi to figure out circles. That's going to come up too. And pi is 3:14. Remember, this shit has stupid layers to it. So let's get to it. Pi pretty much in the way you take the diameter and it's almost 3 diameters plus some to make a whole circle. That other part, or that 114, is chaos. Whole different story. We'll cover that some other time. So let's keep it pushing. So one more thing. To understand Lovecraft Country and to understand the full breakdown of other episodes and this one, you have to understand that all the characters in the show have correlations to the chakras, all right? Ruby, she's, of course, the root chakra because ruby red, okay? Montrose Freeman, the pop, he's connected to the sacral chakra, all right? George Freeman, the uncle, the one that passed over, he's connected to the solar plexus because he's over there on the other side, you know what I'm saying? He's on that God realm. Letitia Dandridge, played by the Smollett girl, she's the heart chakra. If you pay attention, she wears a heart pendant around her neck, indicating the heart chakra. All right. Hippolyta, I believe that's her name. How you say it? We're gonna call her Hip for the rest of this fucking video, right? Hippolyta. That's her name, Hippolyta. She represents the blue chakra, or the throat chakra, and you'll see her in blue a lot, or blue trim, right? You'll see that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. You know what's interesting about Letitia Dandridge, the heart chakra? Dandridge actually translates to the first element. All right. So let's just see what Google says about the first element. Let's see. Let's see what Google says about the first element. All right. Let's see. What is the first element?
According to Cal State LA, hydrogen is known to be the first element in the periodic table of elements. It has 1 proton in its nucleus and 1 outer electron.
Got it. So Letitia last name is Dandridge, and Dandridge translates to the first element. All right, so let's keep it pushing. The third eye chakra is the white girl, Christine Braithwaite. Christine Braithwaite. That's because she's already tapped into the mystical, magical shit, and she can see more than any of the other characters in the show. Braith actually translates to black or white. White, if you want to go ahead and add the rest of that onto Braithwaite, is because she's in the white form. She translates to the third eye chakra. Now, Atticus Freeman, the main star of the show, or the hero, if you will, the Heru of the show, he translates to the crown chakra, violet, and Atticus is what in the Greek pantheon is a descendant of Zeus, right? But you know, if we want to go ahead and translate the Greek pantheon and those gods over to Cometian gods or the Egyptian gods, that's Ptah. So basically, Atticus is a descendant of Ptah, because his bloodline is the whole reason why we're even having the show, right? So, and another thing that's interesting is all the men in the show last name is Freeman. So this shit has hella layers to it. They're going ahead and they're showing you that it is a bloodline thing, because anybody with the last name of Freeman comes from a certain bloodline. That's just real shit. So let's keep it pushing. Now that you got that background, we're 6 minutes in and we haven't even fucking got started. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all gonna love this shit. Y'all gonna love this shit. Let's go. I'm gonna make you love. I'm gonna make you love this. Ugh. All right. You gonna love this. Trust me. I had a very good time decoding this. We're gonna have a great time together decoding this shit. Let's get it. Okay, so now I just got the background on every character being a chakra, so let's get into it, all right? So Hippolyta, early in the beginning of the episode, she figures out how to solve the armillary. Now, what an armillary is, it's a circular device that has planetary positionings on it, right? So anyway, so she figures out how to activate the armillary. That's how she gets the code. Now, the code says every beginning is in time and every limit of extension in space. So it's going ahead and it's giving you the clue that this episode is going to deal with space-time in the 4th dimension. It's telling you right off the bat, all right? So she gets the message and she gets the key and she keeps it pushing, all right? Okay, so Hippolyta travels down the road on a journey. After that scene, she travels on the road down the road on a journey to find out what happened to her husband, the uncle, Freeman, George Freeman, that passed away. So while she's on this road, she sees a blue bike or blue motorcycle driven by a black woman, and she smiles at her. Now this is indicating that that she is going down a certain path. Now remember, when you're dealing with the chakra system, right? Each chakra is separate. The 7 main ones. We're only speaking about the 7 main ones. Each chakra is separate, but each chakra is connected to other chakras. So, for example, your throat chakra is connected to your root chakra. It is. They're all connected. So, but they can travel energetically wise. That's what dictates their spin. So, she's driving down this path. So, Hippolyta is driving down this path, but she's in a red car. That red car is vibrant red. So basically they're telling you she's going down in her journey. She's taking a journey down, okay? So she sees the blue bike. That's recognizing herself. Then she turns around in the car and she grabs the comic book that was drawn by her daughter, right? That was drawn by her daughter with the lady in the blue. It's called Lady in Blue or something like that. So this is, again, telling you that this is the blue chakra taking a journey. All right, so she hits that. Now, Hippolyta gets to the observation center where she unlocks the time machine, back to time. She unlocks the time machine with the formula of a maximum rotation by the velocity of the radius. That's what she's saying to herself while she's unlocking it. She's saying this, quote, I'm going to say it again. She's saying maximum rotation by the velocity of the radius. The radius is how we figure out pi. Going back to what I said in about Exodus 3:14 and it equaling pi. All of this is concurrent, man. But this a lot of this shit went over a lot of people's heads. They're not paying attention. But I do. And that's all right. That's why we rock it. We 10 minutes in. Let's go. Shit, we down to 11 minutes in. Let's go. So, once she opens up the portal, Atticus gets pulled into the portal and Hip gets pulled into the portal. They don't really show what happens to Atticus, right? They don't. But Hip goes through this fucking journey through the fabric of time, right? And she lands in a certain place in a certain time. Now the screen keeps flashing these coordinates on the screen. I couldn't break them. I was trying to break that code. I couldn't get it. It was too much. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to do some mathematical shit. It was just too much. I was trying to do some mystical, magical shit on top of that. Couldn't do it. Couldn't get it. I don't know. We're going to keep it pushing, though. Keep it pushing like a skater, though. We keep it pushing like a skater on you haters, though. We keep it pushing like a skater on you haters, though. Yeah. So, all right. So, she travels to a certain place in time, and they make it a point that you know that they're coordinates, okay? Because that's her whole thing. She found the coordinates now, and she lands in front of the Elohim, two of them, because she sees she sees something in the sky that looks like a ship. I'm just gonna say it looks like a ship. Interesting enough, right? That's deep. It wasn't a ship, but it was a ship. Ooh, I just peeped that. I'm spoiling it. Anyways, the Elohim come down, they snatch her up. Then she wakes up. She thinks she's inside of a ship, though. She thinks she's inside of a ship. She's naked, she wakes up. She's taken upon a chariot. That's what I wrote down. And she's confronted by the Elohim, and she asks the Elohim, or the alien. That's what it makes it seem. If you're just watching it from a mundane level, the alien and the alien, or the person on the ship that snatched her up, is a black woman with a big ass afro, right? But she asks her. She says, "Who are you?" And the lady says, "I am." Mind you, remember, this is what the Elohim told Moses. You know what I'm saying? I am the I am. So this black lady with the big ass afro just told her, I am. So what does this say to you? This says to you, the black woman is God. The show is telling you all the shit. The black woman is God. Period. That's what it's saying. Black woman with a perfect ass afro. Nigga, tall as fuck. I am. That's all she said. And she shut the fuck up. Now, the Elohim asked Hip to name herself. Basically, you choose. Who are you? And this is giving Hip the choice. This is fifth dimension. Remember, fourth dimension is time. Fifth dimension is the choice in time. You have choices. You can choose the path. You can choose the path. Remember, she was on a path. You can choose the path, right? So the fabric, and then so when the Elohim asked Hip to choose, she chooses to go back in time to be with Josephine Baker. That's a whole nother episode to get into. I'm not going to do that. But the fabric, what's interesting is the fabric of time when she starts to time travel looks like melanin. Anytime you see black substance on screen in a movie, TV show, cartoon, who gives a fuck? That's melanin. They'll call it all kind of shit. Unobtainium, vibranium, they'll call it all kind of shit. It's melanin, nigga, period. All right, let's go. So she teleports through time to visit Josephine Baker, where Josephine Baker says to her that Josephine feels like a star that burns in the darkness of space. Okay? She says that. Then Hippolyta says, and this is crazy because this kind of goes into my my algorithm video that I'm about to drop about statements in movies and statements in TV shows. Hip says that she's fed up with being the help or being treated as a lower citizen, and she feels like she wants to harm white people, and she feels like she hates herself. So remember, man, when you're watching television shows, movies, any type of broadcast, you're actually in the middle of a ritual. And the ritual is something is delivering energy to you. Something is delivering energy to you. Period. Okay? Period. That is the interchange. You're not delivering energy to the movie. It don't work like that. Something, the movie, is delivering energy to you. So you're getting a lot of fucking messages already, and we ain't even done yet. And they're inside of you. You're absorbing that. You can take that energy and do something else. That's up to you. We're going to keep it pushing. So Hip states that she hates herself. Okay, went over that. Hip realizes who she is and says, I am. And turns back into cosmic dust of space-time and melanin. As soon as she says, I am, she turns into space dust of cosmic time and melanin. That happens. I'm going to show a clip of that. Let's go. Okay, so Hippolyta then time travels to a time and location to the past or present, depends on how you look at it, to the past of an African tribe. And this was indicated by the time codes on the bottom of the screen of location, of the coordinates, I should say. This is where the tribe leader delivers a speech that seems to be talking to the viewer more than the character. I should insert the speech here. I'm going to try to do it.
As we see here, we see the African tribeswoman making a speech to the village. This scene doubles as a speech that's talking directly to the viewer, especially the melanated viewer as a tribe of Israel. Just like I stated in the beginning of the video, where the Elohim tells Moses to tell the Israelites that I am.
I'm a reference or paraphrase. So basically, the tribe leader was saying that they told you that you was free, and you're not free. You're only free to wash their clothes and wash their shoes and take care of their children, but you're not free. But if you want to be free, you got to get up and fucking do something. That's what she said. Paraphrasing. All right? So like I said, this show is delivering energy to you. Let's keep it pushing. Now, the speech is about freedom and how the oppressors told you that you were free, but free to cook and clean for them, but not truly free. Then it goes into a fighting sequence where Hip is killing the colonizers in a war. So now they're giving you the visual. Okay? So let's keep it pushing. Hippolyta then transports to a time and place where her deceased husband, George Freeman, and then she explains to George of her experiences of time traveling. Then she explains that she realizes that she can name herself and become anything. This again is tapping back into fifth dimensional concepts. Let's go. Let's go. Stop playing. This shit is going motherfucking hard in the paint. Pause. Let's go. All right. All right. So after she's breaking this down, she then transports with her husband to a time that seems to be in the future to show him an alternative existence other than where he was. Again, fifth dimension. This is where they play a snippet from the jazz singer Sun Ra, saying that black people don't exist, they're just a myth. Now let me go ahead and give you a background on Sun Ra, because I'm pretty sure none of you have heard of him. Sun Ra is a dude that's been doing jazz music since the 50s. Sun Ra dresses in Egyptian garb. I'm going to play a clip, probably right here.
How do you know I'm real?
Yes.
I'm not real. I'm just like you. You don't exist in this society. If you did, your people wouldn't be seeking equal rights. You're not real. If you were, you'd have some status among the nations of the world. So we're both myths. I do not come to you as a reality. I come to you as the myth. because that's what black people are, myths. If you did, your people wouldn't be seeking equal rights. You're not real. If you were, you'd have some status among nations of the world. So we'll both myths.
I'm going to go ahead and turn to the next and last final fucking page. Okay, so as the scene progresses, we find that Hip, dressed in the same futuristic spacesuit that her daughter drew on the comic with the lady with the blue hair, back again to the throat chakra, Corinthia Blue. That was the name of the person in the comic. Hip was dressed just like that. So what else does this indicate? This indicates when you pass over from the physical realm into other realms, whether you do it through sleep, whether you do it through astral projection, whether you do it through astral traveling, whether you do it through death, you become what you know and understand. Period. Okay? Her daughter created something that she became. Again, going around full circle in the 360, going back to pi, going back to 314, going back to the circumference, going back to the circle, going back to the velocity of the radius that she spoke on, all full circle. Then the scene cuts to Atticus returning through the portal. They never show Hip returning at this point. They don't show it. But Atticus returns through the portal. But they do show Hip talking to the Elohim in a place of space and time. Now, what's funny about that is the thing that they showed as a ship, and when she looked up and she thought it was a spaceship, when she went aboard the spaceship, that was actually the Elohim itself. Because if you look at that scene, the Elohim is huge and she's connected to it. You see what I'm saying? She's connected to it. So the shit is deep. The shit is deep. And I'm pretty sure this shit went over a lot of people's fucking heads. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Let's keep it pushing. So, but Hip, she decides to come back. Because she asked the Elohim, can I come back? And she was like, of course. If that's, if that's what you want to do, go ahead, man. It's all good. Or you can stay here amongst your people. So she decided to go back, but they never show her go back. But they did show Atticus returning. Now, when he returned, he had a book in his hand. The book said Lovecraft Country, written by George Freeman, his uncle, who is deceased. I don't think y'all caught that. Y'all might have. If y'all connecting dots, y'all might have caught that. The scene closes, or the episode closes, with the comic book that the daughter drew with Orithia Blue as the hero, and it had the daughter's name on it, Diana Freeman, in a pool of blood from a white cop that she killed. See, this is showing a whole bunch of imagery that is subconsciously programming your subconscious. And I'm going to get into my algorithm video. I'm probably going to drop that next, because a lot of shit is going on and they're trying to project a lot of ideas for people to go do shit. All right? And that's a fact. That's a fucking fact. What is the meaning of Diana?
Here's the definition of Diana. A North American fritillary, butterfly, the male of which is orange and black and the female blue and black.
Again, back to the blue theme. So we'll see. So it closes with that. We're 25 minutes in, damn near. This ran a lot longer than what I thought, but I had to give this video its proper due. Okay, I had to get this proper due, man. So if you were struggling with finding the symbolism in the episode, don't feel bad. The shit, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this helped you kind of figure out some things and going into the next episode. I can't wait. I love the show. I hope they bring it back for a second season. And it is what it is. You already know the drill. Log on, newmysteryschool.com for more videos to help you with your ascension. Also, where you can donate if you choose. Any donation is appreciated, even $1. Please. Thank you. Or you can schedule a study session where we can have study sessions just like this on any topic you want. Finances, love, romances, deep shit, kind of deep shit, shallow shit, music, beat making, songwriting, what the fuck ever. I got you. I'm gone.